Hey, welcome to my newest video, and in this video, I will be showing you my least favorite episodes of the show. And yes, I believe these episodes aren't the worst in the whole show, up and away would take that moniker. But yeah, let's get into it. 40 Whistles is milquetoast in my eyes. Some elements of the episode is pretty good. Some is pretty bad, and well, the teacher using an organ as a whistle, funny idea, but not that good for an episode. I don't think it's the worst episode of the classic era, but certainly not the worst. Tobys Discovery is a pretty boring episode. The logic of this episode is a bit peculiar. Why would Toby be scared of an old ghost town when he was dangling over a waterfall and a flood from a dam which he nearly died from, and he's scared of a damn town? Oh, and the forgettable character Bertram. Yeah, it's a season 5 low. I know some say Snow is another low, but I found the Avalanche actually really entertaining. Edward's brass band is very boring and slow. I think maybe if it was a season 5 or 6 episode, it wouldn't make the list. This is an episode of season 7 I sometimes ditch in Galania binges. If you're an Edward fan, you may like it. As an Edward fan, I didn't like it. Trusty Rusty was very bland. I thought it wasn't epic, wasn't grand, wasn't action-packed, unlike a certain other Rusty episode. I thought the episode giving me a mixed feeling for my whole life. Mind that bike is very stupid. Why would a man who has had years to mature leave a bike with a train that had to go at some point? It's truly stupid. It's like the logic behind putting milk before the cereal. Like this episode must have an IQ of 2. This episode is actually fucking dumb. Rusty Saves the Day is very boring, and the Fat Controller is so out of character in this, it's so bad. Like, why would he close one of the leading incomes of the island? Delusional. I think this is one of the most odd episodes in the whole show. Okay, before I get hate, I acknowledge Middle Engines is a bad episode. Yes, it is very bad. James is a dick, which I find this criticism a bit weird, as he always is. Percy is just a bit off in my eyes, and Awry and Bert are just, in my opinion, too innocent in this episode. Better late than never is not what I consider shit, but I just think it isn't very good. Like it isn't a bad episode, like what some hit and CGI ones are, but this just feels so slow, which is just what the title is like. What's the Matter with Henry is the worst season 7 episode. It's very off. Thomas and Percy, always troublemakers, are just so off. This is something Diesel would do, but nope, at least Emily is kind to Henry. Thomas and the Guard is very bad. It's like The Godfather Part 3 of classic Thomas. I thought, how could a single guard stop the Fat Controller's leading industry? It's literally Rusty Saves the Day, but in season 1. Percy and the Haunted Mine is horrible. Somehow, it used to be my favorite season 6 episode. Looking back, I was a clueless 6-year-old when I said that this episode is the worst by far. I think it's so boring and terrible. The production quality is decent. Fuck the gnomes.